working from home and you need to create a schedule, some sort of productivity, this is going to be different for everybody. So I can't tell you the one best way to do it, but I can tell you that your future will be determined by your schedule. The things that are most important are the things that are written down. And I would encourage you to write down as much as you can when it comes to planning and creating a schedule if you truly want to be productive. It's 3 different parts. The first part, how do you schedule the actual day? The second part is how do you schedule your week? And then the third part, do you remain productive? First of all, have your schedule. If you can write down your schedule on a sheet of paper, put it in your pocket, broken down by every 15-minute increments. 7 a.m., I got this I've got to do. Everything you get, whether if it's a phone call, time that you have to go run errands, even if it's exercise time, time that you're going to take to study, to breathe. That doesn't mean you have to stay on that, because you won't always stay on it. But it is a good guide to let you know how to get back on track when you get off track. Because you will get off track, because it's inevitable. We all do it as humans. And sometimes you may get phone calls, because people will think because you're at home, sometimes they think you can just talk, and or sometimes people just want to talk to you on the phone, and a 5-minute conversation turns into an hour. So this is why it's important to have your schedule, so that when you're on the phone with people, when you pick it up, you can say, hey, I'm about to walk into the office, I got 5 minutes, what's going on? And you have that conversation with them, and then get off the phone up at the appropriate time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so that way you can boom, get right back on your schedule. Constantly look at that schedule. If you can see it, you can achieve it. One of the biggest problems people have is because they don't see their schedule, they let time escape them. So have that available as much as you can on your schedule. And at the end of the day, you want to develop the schedule for the next day. So don't wake up in the morning trying to plan, hey, what do I want to get accomplished today? No, you do that the night before. Say, what do I need to get done today? What are my highest priorities? If you can, put the high priorities first. If there's low priorities, things that you can delegate and give to someone else, delegate it and give to someone else. Your time is very important. If you really want to work on your business, you can't always work inside of your business. Get help. Pay a virtual assistant. You also should go through your victories, go through your to-do list, go through that and mark down what did you accomplish that you're proud of. What did you do that said, you know what, I accomplished 3 things today, I feel good about that, and here are the 3 things. I worked out for at least 30 minutes. I was able to make that important phone call. I was able to get that new client that I wanted. What are your client goals? I'm going to book 3 clients, and that means I'm going to have 6 interviews where I talk to 6 different people, or I'm going to be on the phone for an hour where I talk to 50 people so that I can get those 6 people to interview. What did you do on your agenda that you're grateful for in terms of your health, in terms of your family? I am grateful with my family that we're healthy, that we spend time with each other. We respect each other, we love each other. I am grateful for those things. Put that on your list at the end of the night. Try to keep journals and documentations as much as you can. Put it in your notepads and your notebooks. It will really help you out in the long term. Small habits create big impact. Now, I want to shift gears and talk about scheduling the week, because every day should not be exactly the same. That's the problem that most entrepreneurs make, is they are repetitively doing the same exact thing every single day, going out to customers, and when do you set up time to actually market? When do you set up time to have a big victory? You don't, and then you get burned out because every day is the same old hamster wheel. Think about a celebrity or an athlete. Let's say a boxer. They don't box every single day. Now, if they get paid as a prize fighter, they're probably only going to fight 3 times in a year, sometimes less than that. So those are what you call their high productivity days. That's when they produce and get the biggest payoff, is the actual day of the fight. The rest of the year, they have different types of days. They have days where they go in and they just do preparation work. preparing them for the fight. They may have a study day where they're just watching film, or they're preparing food, or they're just getting themselves prepared. Then they'll have days where they do marketing days, where they're media and they're promoting the fight and they're going online. They're not marketing every single day. They're not doing preparation every single day. They have certain days that are designed for certain things throughout the week. And I would encourage you to do the same. First, write down, instead of 365 days, what if you can, in 40 days, produce the same amount of results, same type of money, and you only do it with 40 days? You can. You have to write down what are the top things that you do that produce the most impact. Many of the times it will be my live performances. Is if I'm hosting a really large event and I'm going to be speaking at the event as a keynote speaker, or if I'm going to perform as an artist. I'm not going to do that every single day, but if I do a tour, that means I have 40 days when I do my tour. So for me, those are some of the most important days. And so everything else, so that's called a production day. So when I get the most production, what are your highest production days? If you're a hairstylist, barber, it may be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, perhaps. The Sunday through Tuesday may be your different days. Second day may be a preparation day. How do you prepare yourself with the food that you're eating, preparing, getting your meals prepped, things of that nature. Reflection. That's a different type of preparation day. You have a reflection day where you really just reflect on what's working really good. You probably go over your past schedule. You're brainstorming with your team on new things that you guys can do. And it's more of a reflection day. You're not totally resting, but you're somewhat resting. Then you can have your marketing days where you really focus a lot on marketing. Even though I know you may have a team of people who market with you, but you have certain days, at least one day per week. With me, I would sometimes used to do Wednesdays, where from when I woke up to when I went to sleep, the primary stuff I did was marketing. Whether if I was outside in the field, meeting new people at networking events, networking, passing out flyers, promoting, if I'm online, doing all my videos, doing as much editing as possible, everything was about promoting the business on Wednesday. So what day will be your best marketing days? And if you're not actually doing the marketing, perhaps you could be meeting with the marketing team and you guys are preparing whatever the automated system that you have, and you work on that marketing day. So that's an idea about how to plan your week. So ideally, every day shouldn't be exactly the same. Have a preparation day, have a day where you do your marketing, have a day where you actually go out and do your high production, and know what that day or days are, and focus on those days. You focus on that the most. And lastly, how do you remain productive? How do you remain productive is very important, because many times we can get caught off of not producing, where we try to be so productive but we're not necessarily moving forward and being effective. So when it comes to scheduling, you want to make sure you do a few things. One, you want to know what are your working requirements. What are the 3 things that you have to do that actually produce results? As an entrepreneur, you have a lot of things on your plate, but all of those things don't ultimately result to the end results. So what are your things? So for example, for me, let's say if I'm a speaker and an artist and a performer, my 3 primary things are P plus P plus P equals paid. The first P I have to do is I have to first produce something. I have to write a book, make an album, or make a movie. I have to produce a product. Second thing, I have to promote that product. I'm out telling people about it, I'm promoting it. Third thing, then I perform. I perform by going on stage and doing my show and basically performing the thing that I promoted, which is the thing that I produced. So those 3 P's is what I do to actually get paid. And then of course, you get those customers as well, but that's a part of the promotion process. So as an entrepreneur, so if I was to spend too much time if it's not producing a product, it's not promoting a product or performing, then many times anything else, I'm wasting my time. It's not a money making activity, and potentially I could delegate that to someone else. Things like dropping off mail, going to, again, prepare certain food. I'll do it if I have to, but ideally if you can get someone else to do it, you do that. Okay? Cleaning the house, cleaning the office, You should not have to be the one to do that. This is why you work hard, so you can get other people to focus on that. So know your working requirements. That's one. And then you have to know your time, know your schedule, know when you need to be, where you need to be, and what your time and constraints are. So again, it takes